Hello friend, how is it going? Welcome back to Diesel Mercedes YouTube channel. Here is my 2008 Mercedes-Benz S550 with 199,000 miles on the odometer. I purchased her very recently and we already discovered together a bunch of problems. Some of them are important, some of them less. But one of the important ones, and also extremely annoying, is that front end squeak and scraping and screeching while driving over the bumps, or just getting in and out makes this horrible sound. Listen to it. It's crazy. I finally received the replacement parts from 1A Auto, so let's go and make her happy again. And she will provide us a lot of good content in the future. Just look at that front rotor, how it's grooved. Look at that thick lip everywhere. There will be another video soon. But today we are here for this part. Do you remember from that other video? This is the ball joint which failed, and right now that sound, that screeching sound, it's because there's no more grease inside and it's metal on metal. We discussed that in the different video. So let's go and get rid of it, replace it with new part. I can start with these babies which are holding the air strut to the arm we are replacing, lower control arm with a ball joint, and it's a inverted hex. It's a E10, so there are two of them. One is towards to you and the other one is on the other side. Hopefully they will nicely give up, because they are holding this arm together with a air shock. There is always Loctite. So I will switch to the bigger size of the tool. I started with 1 quart, but because of that blue thread lock, I will rather use 3/8 ratchet. It's bigger, easier to work with. Here you can see that blue thread lock. That's what I was talking about, right there. How about this E10 socket? Yeah, that's nicely loosening. Looking on the new parts, this is basically where we are working right now. This is where these two bolts are securing to the shaft. And I personally leave them in, just sticking out like this. I always make a mark around my washers with that white paint on both sides, hoping that I don't have to change alignment after this if I keep it perfectly straight as it was. I can continue with the nut on that ball joint. That's a socket number 21. I think I found the right one finally. This is a OTC. It's from the kit, but I can get you actually the number because I believe it's right here. Look at that. Ball joint separator 6297. That bolt here, it's 24 millimeter. The ratchet will not fit there with that big socket, so I will use this wrench. If you ever work with these, wear gloves, wear eye protection, because they will unexpectedly pop. Simply make sure you protect yourself from being injured. It will be not worth it if you ever want to try it yourself. I'm not filming this as a how-to video, just showing you how I do replace it. Did you hear that? And that was it. It was actually not bad. Many times it flies all over and it's a crazy thing when it happens. So this just separated right here. Now I can deal with this last bolt. On the opposite side is a nut, it's a 21 millimeter. So again, this wrench will fit there, basically between the steering rack. There's no space for socket. With the ratchets, I just need to go for it this way because the clearance is small. This is what I was talking about, that there's not much space between the steering. I think it's slowly coming. It was very tight. Okay, I see. And that entire bolt is another inverted Torx, but it's so big I don't have that. So I will just use 12.16 millimeter to stop it from rotating and undo this nut. I'm Toyota mechanic and I don't have enough of these German tools. This is becoming obvious. If you need to reposition anything, just carefully use pry bar or something like that. Hopefully I don't have to remove this sway bar, but maybe I have to. But I will still believe the designers thought of it, engineers, and the bolt will come out. Yeah, it should. So that's out, my friend. Do you have a view of everything? So you can observe the whole drama. Yeah. Look at that, it's coming out. And you see we still have these two bolts there, but that arm is out. Look at that, my friend. Unbelievable. I love it. It's out. Now I have one of these arms. It says L right here for a left. So I can start putting the whole thing back. Basically really opposite as what we just did. It makes completely sense, right? Go backwards. I will have to get this strut in the position. So I ran to the other side of the shop and really quickly grabbed this support. I have perfectly aligned that pin inside of the strut, so I can actually close those ends using that E10. Right? So that will be holding it in. If you want, you can put a blue Loctite on this. The bolt is coming in so tight and hard that I will actually not do that. I have my tools here, so it's easy for me to work. It will be harder if somebody's doing in the driveway. I'm basically creating close proximity right here for that ball joint enter. That knuckle, I need to pull on that down. It was almost there. Finally I did clear it here and I heard that magical pop of that ball joint coming. In that arm I can actually start going slowly, carefully down while I'm guiding that whole part together to get the bottom out, start installing the nut and basically pulling it down. Here is that brand new nut which came, it's a locking nut. It has that nylon insert in it. It's nicely getting seated. And I will remove this support, and that will put the weight as it's supposed to be on that entire area, which will help me to fasten that nut. I will just go ahead and give it some nice tight and snug torque. Oh yeah, that's totally enough. For some reason it's perfectly following the paint as I put it there before, but I will swear that there was actually, even here it's nicely following the paint, the washer. So, but I thought there was adjusting play in it. And that paint seriously seems to be spot on. Oh, of course, this is the problem with filming. I'm getting in your way, I'm getting in the light way. So here are our end results. Here is the mess on the table as the work keeps going. This bushing, no problemo at all. This one's totally fine. If you see that, not ripped at all. What's about this ball joint? Oh yeah, this one still gives me that resistance as usually, meaning there's not really any play. It's still relatively hard to move around and there's no play. The play you hear, it's coming from here. Now listen to the sounds when you start turning it around. Now we are not surprised that it was making these horrible noises. I really hope you enjoyed this video and you will find it helpful in the future. If you do, please always give a thumb up, be subscribed and hit that notification button so you don't miss any of future videos. Thank you for watching and have a great day, my friend.